Alright, we're going to rewrap this this stator for the CL350, getting ready for this journey across the country. This wrap will do with the 18 gauge wire, and this job is not for the faint of heart. So the first thing we're going to do is get it unwrapped, so get the old wire off of it. I got 3 of them off, so I got 3 more to unwind. So alright, we are back here working on the CB350 stator, and I want to show you this step. What I did here is mixed up some of this epoxy. Can you see that? It's 3M 2216. It's about $20-some for a tube of this. It's pretty much the best stuff you can get. So when you wrap one of these, sometimes when you take them apart, you get a little chip in the plastic. And what that does is, let me focus this. What that does is when you chip it, it leaves a sharp edge. And when you're rewrapping this with the wire, you can't have any sharp edges, because you got to wrap each one of these 62 times with a 100-foot piece of wire. And if you nick that wire when you're wrapping it, you can short out your coil. So we put the, you can see here's another spot of that epoxy right here. So we'll go bake this at 200 degrees for a half hour, and it will be rock solid. So I'm going to wrap this stator. So I've got it mounted to my special tool, my tire balancing tool, spoke tool, and stator wrapping tool. So I got my wire hanging up here, and then I'm just going to go ahead and start wrapping it. Obviously I'm not going to video this whole process because it'll take me a while, but I'm gonna video some of it so you can get an idea of what's happening here. So basically, we're going to do 62 wraps on each one of these.
Is it yours? No, I have no idea.
That's encouraging. Alright, this thing's wrapped. We got 62 wraps on each of these of 18 gauge, and this is going to be the way to go. Next thing we're going to do is put some Scotchweld 2216 gray on there. This stuff takes 7 days to dry, but if you bake it in the oven at 200, it dries in 30 minutes. And this is the epoxy of choice for your stator rewrap. It's probably 25 bucks for a tube of this, so get your wallet out. Alright, I'm putting on the epoxy. Once we get this epoxy on here, we'll bake this in the oven, and we'll be good to go. I have to solder my lead wires on there that go to the voltage regulator. That'll be after we bake it though. Alright, I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. I need to attach two wires onto the magnetos so that we can charge. So what I like to do is take can you see that? Just take a piece of a wire connection here and just cut the end off so you have this little round piece. I'll slide this over the wire and then put it on my wire here and crimp it so it holds it tight while I solder it so we get a good connection. So it's always easier when you're soldering to put a little solder on your wires first, a coating on them, and it kind of has to burn off first to get it to stick. The stator finished wrapping it, 18 gauge copper wire. Obviously it's got to be coated with some kind of a polyurethane coating. You can't nick the wire when you're wrapping it. Just got to be real careful. And on this I put 62 wraps on each 62 wraps on each one, and that's going to give us the voltage we need. Here it is, all finished, all baked in the oven, and then my two wires hooked up. So hey, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow the journey. 8,000 miles in August. We're leaving from Akron, going to Seattle, down to Los Angeles and back home, and just staying outside and camping where we can. So it's going to be a great time. But this is going in Eli's bike for that journey. So alright, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.